It's day 106 of Zohar Pshat. We are on Daf Gerim and Atom and Zohar up to Pekudä Tmina, the 8th commandment. The Mirachem Giora. This is to love a ger. The Ola Migzar Garmei, who comes to undertake a bris milah. Whether it undertakes or not, whether it's a male or female, it's the same principle. And to come under the wings of the Shechina. And the Tachas Kanfei Shechina is the Tzaddik HaKohen in Dover Tzedek points out that it's normally the term used for conversion. But it's used once in the Gemara where Biyahodã says to Reish Lakish in one of their disputes that I brought you Tachas Kanfei Shechina. And Tzaddik says it's any time somebody had a shoresh ra, so to speak, and then was able to surmount that deficit and come and connect to good. So the idea of coming Tachas Kanfei Shechina, under the wings of Shechina, and Kanfei, although literally means wings, also can mean under the garments of the Shechina. But the idea is like knaf begoda, it says by tzitzis, kanaf b'sil techelas. So it means that it comes under the shelter of the divine presence. The divine presence connects to that soul in a way which previously was not connected. So the Gdfã, and it brings them under the wings. For those who go away from their shoresh ra, even I consider a shlokish, somebody who has a shoresh ra, and I guess and does comes close to Kodesh Baruch Hu. It wasn't called Baal Tshuva back then, because Baal Tshuva back then meant, now what it means today, somebody who came from the bad to good, but somebody who came from good, went to bad, and came back to good again. But what today we call in the broader sense about Tshuva also could be considered to be somebody who comes Tachas Kanfei Shechina. They come from the Tuma, Miskarm Gaba, and they come to the divine presence. They see Totzei Ha'aretz. It comes out from the land, from the ground, from a place which is metaphorically distant from the Shechina. Nefesh Chaya Lamina, a nefesh which has Chaya, receives that madrega of Chaya when it converts. B'hitem with the high nefesh Chaya declare b'Yisrael. If you're going to say that this nefesh Chaya, which comes to be including Yisrael, Kala is the minas, it immediately comes to the full madrega of Yisrael. No. There are levels, and of course, Professor says to work through those levels. The Hadar Lumina. Everything is divided up into levels, and presumably the ger who can reach very high madrigas like Shmai and Avtalion, but who became the heads of Sanhedrin. But they initially, there are different levels of madrigas which a person which the Gerim can access. The Kamach Sadrin, the Idrin, there's several porticos, open areas, the Adrin, and rooms, Dalagomida. One within each one further in. Islay the high Oretz, the Chaya. So it comes to the way it's only now, it seems Totzei Oretz Nefesh Chaya Lamina, that this, once they get the Chaya and infuses that which came out of the Oretz, so then this new Oretz, I guess this new Madrega which they reach, there are various different levels in which this neshama can now reach. The Chayot Chos Gdfã underneath the wings. God for Yamina is a train Achsadrin. The right wing has two Achsadrin, two porticos. My God for expression Omין, and from this wing it extends to two nations. Achronin, two other nations. The Kriבין will be so uniquely close to Am Yisrael. to bring them into these areas. A period. God for smaller underneath the left wing, each train outside Shkol. There are other two areas. Especially train Umin Achronin. And they go to the two other nations which are Ammon and Anu Moav. They're all called Nefesh Chaya in the end. But it's interesting that Zohar brings out that the Yaakov Emden understood that this is going, the two nations under the right wing are the two emunos which are close to Achdus HaBorei, more than other, to the unity of the Creator, more than other non-Jews, which presumably is, although it doesn't say explicitly here, it's Christianity and Islam, and which is very difficult to say at the time of Hashem Bayuchai, because Islam didn't exist. So I haven't seen the Yaakov Emden inside, but this could be the Yaakov Emden pointing out one of the places where there are interpolations in the Zohar Kodesh which came from later on, because Christianity did exist, but Islam didn't exist. Could be that it's the Yaakov means referring to Christianity, some other religion, I don't know, but anyway, it's referring to two specific religions. The Zohar itself says that it's talking about Yavan and Madai, which were held to be on a higher madrega than other nations of the world at the time, I guess. They were more cultured, more refined. Their lifestyle was similar to a Jewish lifestyle, less barbarian, I don't know. But the other side is Ammon and Moav, which are obviously much further away, but also didn't exist at the time of Hashem Bayuchai. So Ammon and Moav had been lost from the times of Sancherib, as the were Paskin. So even someone lived in Ammon or Moav was not actually from Ammon or Moav. So the point is that there are two nations which are unidentified, which must be symbolic, which are close to Am Yisrael, and two nations which are identified but are also symbolic, Am Moav, which are far from Am Yisrael. The point is, L'bal Yidach Mimenu Nidach. Even Am Moav, who were also Lava Bakal, they too could convert. So the women could convert because Ammoni v'lo Ammoni, Moavi v'lo Moavi. Women were never restricted, but even the men, there's the conversion process even for the goyim who have halachic restrictions afterwards and can't actually marry, whether for 3 generations like Atom and Mitzrayim, or 10 or forever like Am and Moav. But there's a way in which everybody can get some sort of aspect of Tachas Kanfei Hashchina. And what happens afterwards, I don't know. It's not discussed here. Again, we know from Shemayin Avtalion and other Gerim that really reach very high madregas. But the point is that there is rooms and achsadros for everybody, and any ger who comes, no matter what deficit they may end up having, because of where they started, nevertheless, is mitzvah b'avas ger on them as well. So the point so far, obviously in the middle of the Tmeinah, is that there are madregas, and every year comes to madrega on Taras Kanfei Hashchina based on where they start. But from our perspective, we have to love all of them. And then we'll continue with that tomorrow.